Hey YouTube, so as we know, your eBay stock can really dry up sometimes if you leave it for a while and there's no car boots in the winter. So what I like to try and do is hit the Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree and stuff like that, and just try and find some stock from there instead of car boots, because it is a bit cold. There's a lot less people, less items listed, so less sales are being made, and you're stopping that, you're slowing down that sort of monthly income from eBay that you're continually getting through the summer. So this is what I do in the winter, just to try and keep my stock levels up high. So I'm currently on my way to go to Southampton to collect a hi-fi system. It's a Technics one. It looks like it's all boxed. I'm going to pay about £50 for it, I think. And yeah, very good that it's actually all boxed. It's very rare that you get a Technics vintage system all in its original boxes still. So for £50, it's an absolute steal. And then after that one, we got to go back to Liss in Petersfield area to find another hi-fi. Actually, it's a Sony one this time. Again, it's in its original boxes, so I can kind of drive the price up a bit more. But they want £50 for it, so I'm going to try and get that from them. All right, that's the first pickup done. That was a Technics hi-fi from Southampton. I paid £50 for it. It's all in the boot right now. I will show you it when I get home. The guy on Facebook actually had loads of people offering him a bit more money than I did, but obviously I got in there first. Offered him, it was on for 55, I think. I offered him 50 because it's a fair price. It was all in its original boxes. But yeah, he's had like 3 or 4 other messages of people actually trying to pay more for it. But luckily the guy's a very fair man, and he went with my price of 50 and stuck to it. Just stopped off at a charity shop on the way back from Southampton and found this Tyco video cam. Don't really know what it is, but it's from 1995 Tyco. Could hopefully get 20-30 quid for it, we'll see. Alright, so here we have it. There is the Sony one I just picked up and the Technics, all in their original boxes. I paid £50 each, both from separate Facebook sellers. And you have also got down here the speakers for the two of them. Got instructions there, which I actually sell usually for about £10 separately, so that's quite good. Bit of money back there. You've got the Technics speakers there. I sell these for about £60, so that's all my money back actually. I paid 50, so £60 for the speakers, which means all the Technics in those boxes, which I sell separately. You got the cassette, the amplifier, stereo tuner, and the disc player, the CD player. They all sell separately. I think usually around 45. I pair these two up, and I get about 40 for them, and that one sells for about 30. Maybe a bit more. We'll see what happens. And there's also the remote for the Technics, which I sell for about 30. So as you can see, plenty of profit from the Technics. It was just the Sony one I wasn't too sure about, because you've got, what have you got? You've got, I think, a CD player, stereo, amplifier, so no cassette deck, but still really nice, quite high-end gear. I think you've got a remote with the CD player, remote with the amplifier. I'll probably separate them out. Don't really know what they sell for. Maybe 40 to 50 for the amp, maybe 30 for that, and 30 for that. I'll be happy with that. Then you've also got down here the speakers, which are in their original box with all the polystyrene inserts. Really nice quality again, almost like brand new, she said. Nice thick cables there, which always helps them sell. They're not actually Sony, these are made by Gale. And they're Gale Gold monitors, if you've ever heard of them. But they should sell for about 40 to £50. So once again, that should be my money back just on the speakers. And we'll see what happens with the rest of it here. If I can make back another 100, 150 quid, then it's all worth it for the sort of 20-minute journey. Right then guys, so here we have all the Technics all in its glory, all out of the boxes and everything. So basically what I would do on this is split it all up, sell it all separately. You can actually sell it as one lot, but I don't like to post it all in one big box, just in case it gets lost, then you've lost the whole thing in one. So basically I start with the remote, and I will show you solds on the screen now, but basically you can see these go for about 20-25 quid. Just make sure the batteries haven't corroded in there, so they're all good. So that's perfect, that should be all working perfectly. So that's a lot of the money back, and believe it or not, these sell separately as well. You can actually get about 15 to 20 quid each for these, but I like to bundle them up and sell them about 35, 40 pound for the lot. So there you go, that is just those two is my money back. And next up we have the speakers. Obviously they're really nice condition. The guy said he only used this for like a few weeks back in the day and then put it back in his box and never really used it again. It's quite dusty, but other than that there's no actual damage to the boxes at all. But just make sure the actual speakers themselves haven't been pushed in and they're all in good clean condition. Obviously I need a little bit of a wipe out. You get a few little spiders and spider webs in there, but that's just part of reselling. Yeah, just make sure they're all clean and they're not pushed in at all. And I'll show you solds again, but you can get about 35 to 45 on these. They're a bit less than I thought, but I think it depends on condition really. People want them in perfect condition, so once these are cleaned up, maybe 45, 50. So again, that's a big chunk of the profit back. You've got the instructions, which is probably about 10 quid. Obviously you sell these with the speakers, and then all these, I sell those two together, so 40, 45 for them. The CD is quite popular. I like to sell them all separately because a lot of the time people have the whole system already and they just want the CD because theirs is broken or whatever. So as long as this works, it should be 35 to 40. And the cassette, again, not so popular, but people want the full 4-tiered stack sort of thing. So if you have the cassette, obviously that will sell probably about 20 to 25 on that one. And obviously this is the sort of wood grain effect, which is a lot more popular than just the plain metal boxes all round. So if you can find the wooden ones, obviously make sure the wood's not cracked. I've had it in the past where someone screwed it in too tight and it's actually snapped off the corner, but it's still sold because obviously it's not on show at all, but obviously I got a little bit less for that. So yeah, there we have it. There's the Technics. You can see how the profit's made. So I paid £50 for this all in. Obviously quite a hard one to get on Facebook because it's so popular, but I got very lucky. Back in COVID days, I was selling these I was picking out about 3 or 4 of these a week. Just everyone was selling them, everyone wanted to buy them at the same time, so it's quite tricky. But I think the more I bought on Facebook, the more it popped up for me. So I was just finding them constantly, and yeah, it's good fun. Kind of got me through COVID, sort of my bread and butter item through the whole COVID lockdown days, and I've learned a lot from it. So yeah. So there we have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Just another video just showing where I get my stock from. Facebook Marketplace, usually the best one online. There is Gumtree as well, but Gumtree is few and far between really. I don't really find much on there, but I have had some good scores from there before. Of course, there's other like sort of online marketplaces like Spock, Vinted, Depop. You can also source from them, whatever. But yeah, I just use Facebook for most of it, and I do pretty well out of it, as you can see. You have got to be quick. You've got to be kind of first to message. If it's a fair price, sometimes I don't even bother offering, but because then someone else is just going to come in with full price and probably get it over you. Luckily today on this one, the guy was very nice and he could have took someone else's offer, but decided to go with my £50 offer, and I got very lucky. I should make some decent money out of all that, especially with the boxes. They should sell even higher. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.